The story begins with a dense jungle where a man is desperately running, trying to escape. But the jungle is so deep that no way out is visible. He keeps walking, looking at the sun. Eventually, the sun sets, but he doesn't stop running. After some time, he reaches a place where a signboard reads, "Point of no return." Night falls, and the man is terrified. With no safe place to go, he climbs a tree. But soon after, he falls from the tree, and suddenly, someone drags him away. His loud screams echo through the jungle. The scene then shifts 6 days later, introducing Meena, a young woman who lives with only her sister. Meena works at a store, and one day, her boss asks her to take a parrot to the zoo. But instead of taking it there, Meena brings the parrot home. The next day, while driving to the zoo, Meena mistakenly takes a wrong turn and unknowingly enters a deep forest. She searches for a way out, but finds none. She gets out of the car with her parrot and starts walking, hoping to find help. Soon, she senses that someone is nearby and sees and cures you. Old woman. Curious, Meena follows her and reaches an old house. As she gets closer, the old woman warns her, "If you want to survive, come inside quickly." Terrified, Meena rushes into the house. Inside, Meena finds herself in a strange room with a huge mirror. She also notices 2 other people in the house. The old woman, named Madeline, instructs Meena to stand in front of the mirror because they will come to see them. Confused, Meena asks, "Who is coming?" Madeline replies, "The Watchers. Nobody in the house has ever seen these Watchers, and even in the movie, they are never shown." The next morning, everyone steps outside. Madeline tells Meena that the Watchers only come to Kent at night, so they must return to the room before dark. Hearing this, Meena tries to escape the jungle, but as she moves forward, she encounters the same point of no return sign. Realizing she has no way out, she loses hope. Madeline then comforts her, saying, "There is no escape from this jungle. This place lures people in and shows them terrifying visions. We are the prey of this jungle." Madeline shows Meena several point of no return weak signs and warns her, "Never ignore these signs. If you cross them, you will never find your way back to the room." She also reveals that these signs were placed by Professor Kilmartin. That night, the Watchers return, and a girl is seen dancing for them. The Watchers do not reject anything. They allow people to do whatever they want, but they cannot turn around in front of the mirror. The next day, Meena and Chiara go out to find food. Chiara explains Madeline's theory that the Watchers can see them, but if they ever see the Watchers, they will go insane. As they walk, they find a large pit in the jungle. Chiara tells Meena that there are more such pits, and the Watchers hide inside them during the day. Chiara also reveals that she has been trapped in this jungle for the 6 months, and her husband went out to search for an escape route. At that moment, it becomes clear that Chiara's husband was the man dragged away in the opening scene. Later, Madeline warns Meena about 3 rules. 1. Never open the room's door at night. 2. Never turn around in front of the mirror. 3. Never go near the damn pits during the day. That night, Meena listens closely to the mirror, trying to hear something, but she hears nothing. Curious, she lays down in front of it. Suddenly, the Watchers violently pound on the mirror. Hearing the noise, Madeline rushes in and orders Meena to stand in front of the mirror. The next day, Meena and Daniel go out to search for food. Meena asks Daniel if he has ever seen the Watchers. He says no. Suspicious, Meena begins to doubt Madeline that day and shares her doubts with Daniel. Determined to uncover the truth, Meena ties a rope around her waist and descends into one of the pits, while Daniel holds the other end from above. Inside, Meena discovers human belongings, and to her horror, sees a terrifying, monstrous finger. She screams, and Daniel immediately pulls her back in the room. They inspect her camera, Meena found in the pit. That night, they set it up like a CCTV camera, hoping to see the Watchers. Later that night, someone stands outside their door. Only human-like feet are visible, and the person sounds exactly like Chiara's husband. Chiara, convinced that it's really her husband, tries to open the door, but Madeline stops her, saying, "Test him, ask him something only you would know." Chiara asks about her book, and when the figure fails to answer, it becomes clear that he is a Watcher. Enraged, the Watchers smash the camera and start destroying the room. As time passes, seasons change, but they remain trapped. Meena never stops looking for a way out. One night, Daniel and Chiara lock Madeline and Meena outside. With no choice, they hide behind a large bush, and for the first time, they see the Watchers. The Watchers search near the house for food, but fail to find them. Taking this chance, Madeline and Meena rush back to the door. Daniel, feeling pity, opens the door and lets them in. But now, the Watchers try to break the door and mirror. Just then, Meena notices a hidden bunker beneath the floor. Inside the bunker, they find computers and survival supplies. Mina activates a computer and discovers Professor Kilmartin's research videos. The professor explains that the Watchers once lived among humans, but after being betrayed, they were abandoned in the jungle. He also reveals that he secretly brought people here and let the Watchers hunt them at night. In the final video, the professor states that to escape the jungle, one must follow the birds. He instructs that if anyone makes it out, they must go to the university and destroy all records of the Watchers. The next morning, Mina releases her parrot, following its flight path. Eventually, they reach a river, but before they can cross, a Watcher, disguised as John, kills Daniel. Mina and Kiara escape on a boat. Later, Mina reaches the university and finds more research. She learns that humans once married Watchers, creating hybrid children. She also discovers that Madeline was actually the professor's wife. When she tells Kiara, Madeline suddenly appears, now taking Kiara's form. Madeline confesses that she's different from other Watchers. She can survive both day and night. Mina realizes, you are a hybrid. You belong to both humans and Watchers. Hearing this, Madeline regains her full powers and leaves Mina unharmed. Mina then returns home to live with her sister. But in the final scene, a little girl is seen standing outside Mina's house. It is actually Madeline in a child's form.